Alright, what's up, Dragon Brood? I figured today we'd get around to playing some counters on some creatures because we haven't really done that in a minute. We like playing tokens and counters around here. I figured it was about time. Mostly because several people seem to like the idea of playing Anampakal alongside Tribute to the World Tree, so we're going to play both those in today's list and see if it's any good. So let's give it a rundown here. We're starting with 2 Enduring Bond Warden. I wanted to play a little more of these, but because I'm squeezing for some other cards, I only had room for 2. But what I do like about this is if it does get some counters on it, then we can go ahead and move those once it dies. So it's actually pretty sweet, and it lets us put a counter or whatever we want when it comes out. We are going to play some Hopeful Initiate, just because I kind of wanted a way to remove some artifacts and enchantments, and this can end up getting a lot of counters. We're going to play Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. This card's actually really cool because it can put counters on whatever we want, and it just keeps doing the added counters thing, and our spells are generally pretty cheap in this deck, so there's a chance we'll get to play them anyway. Gallic Readers helps us with our multiple colors, since we're going to be playing 3 colors today, and can get counters itself. Of course, we're going to be playing Ozolith because, well, if we get counters, might as well get 2 counters, right? Going to play some Quirion Beastcaller because every time we play a creature, this is going to get a counter, and I think this deck minus the tribute is all creatures today. And Botanical Brawler, because I figure if everything's going to get counters, then you might as well play the thing that gets counters when other things get counters. We're also going to play Voldaire and Thrill Seeker as a way to fling some stuff, but can put 2 counters on a thing. Of course, we're playing Tribute to the World Tree, where every time one of these creatures comes into play, it will get 2 counters because its power is less than 3, but we do have a few things that will get us to draw a card when we play this, but one of those is not Anampakal. The cool part, though, is whenever you attack with Anampakal, instead of making a 1-1 with the World Tree out, you get to make a 3-3, and that's actually pretty damn cool. But our bigger creatures that we're going to finish with are Thundering Raiju, just because if everything's going to have a counter, when your Thundering Raiju attacks, it's probably going to be a minimum of 4 damage. That seems pretty good. Alana and Elena, also very good, putting counters on anything, and giving bonus haste to something. So sometimes you can play Alana and Elena, then play Anampakal and get bonus creatures, and that's pretty sweet. And we're going to top everything off with a Sovereign Okeanik Ohal, just so if things have counters, they'll get to do bonus damage. And it does have Ward too, which is super nice. Also really cool to play this after Helana and Lena. Now, we're going to play some games, and we may make some changes based on how those games go. So if you want to see the final list, be sure to check out the end of the video. Or if you want to download it for yourself and play with it, go to the description, look for the blue arrows that'll take it to the Moxfield link where you can play today's deck, or a pile of other awesome decks we've already played in Standard. For now, though, let's go see if we can win by putting counters on a whole lot of creatures. Okay, sure. Don't know how this is going to hold up, but it's a little weird because we have a 1-mana play, a 2-mana play, but then everything else costs 4. We don't have lands for that in hand. We kind of have to see just how this goes. I'm going to assume our Botanical Brawler does not survive. So I'm hoping to draw an untapped land now for at least Anampakal, which would be good. There's always a chance they just play like a 2-mana 2-2 here, which I would love, but I don't think they're going to do for us. Yeah, they definitely have a burn spell. They're just trying to decide what to kill. Alright, Brawler's dead. Oh, and they did it with the Lightning Strike. When that happens, we're not that upset. Right? That's like the best case scenario. Alright. Now we need to see if they have another Lightning Strike. Hopefully they don't. If they do, this is going to suck. Because then we have to draw another untapped land. We have plenty in the deck, but it's going to be difficult. Alright, Reckless Impulse is good, because the most they could get is play with fire. So they'd probably just kill off the Hopeful Initiate here. Unless they're going to rage. Alright, fair enough. I mean, we go to 14. That's not the end of the world. This will work in place of getting that land. Alright, so a bunch of things get counters. I mean, this is going to become a 4-4. Alright, think the opponent's dead. Yep. Okay, we'll keep this. This is going to get kind of interesting, actually. Right? Because we can... I was thinking I could Ozolith... If depending on what they do, we could Ozolith, Tribute, and then just let everything go bonkers after that. But I'm not sure if maybe we're just opposed to Gallic Readers here, too. Yeah, I'm a little torn on what this play should be. Alright, I think I'm going to do this. Attack. The idea here being, I think I'm just going to play Tribute next turn, and then leave us the option of Ozolith plus something. Oh, boy. All right, so if I Ozolith here, I could Ozolith into this, but then I can't really tribute into anything fancy. But this pretty much means nothing gets destroyed by Glissa regardless of what happens, so that's kind of good, I guess. If I make treasure, I could still get 2 options, so I'm going to go with that. And we're going to try that out. See how that goes. I don't really know yet. I mean, they still might be able to get rid of it. But at least we're going to make them use an actual... Oh, that... we don't have any... We do have a couple of basics. Not a lot, though. I guess we already have a red land in hand. I guess we'll just take this, since we need more green anyway. But now if we can get a 2-mana thing, this kind of opens up some options. I'm not mad at this, actually. Oh, you're going to go for a throw dart guy. Fair enough. All right, I'll block. Move the counters over. Ah, we didn't get what we wanted, though. I mean, I guess we kind of did. Because we could... Oh, they only have 1 mana open. Never mind. We can do what we want. And then we just do this. Do I make another treasure? Or just take the bonus counter? I think I make another treasure. So I might 2-spell next turn. Question here, do I attack and just get the 1/1 to just let them destroy the tribute? Because I'm not trading. You know what? F it. If they use their turn to get rid of that, so be it. We're getting way too many creatures here to not take this value. I mean, they actually have to sit back to block now, because that's a pile of 3/3s. Yeah, that's fine. That's still 12 damage worth of dudes. What's your plan? Like, at this point, they can attack, kill the tribute, but even if they block, that's still 9. So you need 2 blockers here. Alright, cool, that works. Yeah, that was a case where the greeters getting to live was actually pretty good for us getting the treasure both times, because that allowed us to double spell, which was actually pretty big. I'm a little surprised they didn't kill that when they did, and they opted to kill just the Hopeful Initiate, but maybe they just thought it was going to get too big to deal with or something. Okay, this will be interesting. Yeah, we'll keep it. I think we're going Beast Caller first. And then we'll just see if the opponent kills it or not. Ooh. Ooh. If we do this first, then we get Beast Caller into this. Actually, I think I'm going to do this first. Because if they have a way to kill this, then they'll just kill it. But we at least get a 3/3 Beast Caller with the creature that we can move counters onto. Whereas if we just play Beast Caller first, it just dies, and then we're with Brawler and nothing to do anything bigger with it. So this is actually okay. Oh, that actually works out nicely. So let's go here. Into here. Now, if they double spell, like a 2-mana, 2-damage spell, 3-damage spell, then like, whatever. Like, you just have it. Like, nothing we can do about it. Phoenix Chick. We're probably stuck not blocking if there's like a rage or something here. Oh, is the opponent... I was going to say, was the opponent not going to block? Sadly, we have to block here. Just let them rage us. We know what's happening, but... And we won't get to move the counters, unfortunately, because that gets exiled. Okay. That still wasn't that bad, all things considered. Alright, so now we have a creature on the ground we can block with. We can block the Phoenix Chicks. Alright, that works. I'm game. Oh, I should have played this. Gosh dang it. What am I doing? What am I doing? I should have played the other land. Do I attack? Of course I attack. Put a counter here. And we're still at 11, so we're in a pretty good spot here. And if all they have is that to block with, they're going to have to block a 5, and they'll take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, plus Helena damage. Oh, no, they won't. Good job, opponent. You might as well attack with the flyers. Yeah, they ain't blocking nothing. All right. Well, that's not going to help us. All right. If they get another one, that'd be 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that's fine. Let's attack. Put the counter on... Do we put the counter on the land or on this guy? Put the counter on this guy. Oh, I could have taken another 2 damage to them, though. I guess it doesn't matter. If they don't draw something here, we win anyway. Even if they do, I don't think they have a spell that just wins here. It would have to be one of the ones that draws cards and gets something off of drawing cards, I think. Don't think a Rage does it here either. Nah, we're at 5. Yep, opponent says GG. Got him. Ooh. Okay, we'll keep it. Little concerning because we got to find some white mana somewhere along the way or this is going to suck, but we'll figure it out. Actually, thinking about it, this is a hand we should probably just mulligan. Realistically. We shouldn't be messing around with all this other stuff. I should be playing Jetmir's Garden here, but I'm not. And it would have been smarter because I could Beast Caller into this next turn, but I'm kind of trying to get the opponent to spin some burn spells here, which they didn't and left the door open, so unfortunately I need to find a reasonable creature here that I can cast. That is not one of them. So my hand's a little bit wrecked here, and I knew what I was doing, so I kind of got the worst of it. Alright. Almost need an untapped land for any of this to matter, otherwise we're just toast. Yep. Because that's 9. Oh, that's not it. That is definitely not it. What are we looking to do? I mean, I guess we just do this. Yeah, just taking that, playing that one turn wrong cost us everything, unfortunately. Don't know how I'm going to get out of this now. Without drawing... I mean, I guess we could draw Gala Greeters would help. That would be a big deal. But now Godric's just going to come over the top, and we're dead now. Yeah, that's going to do it. Alright. GG's. Okay, this seems serviceable. Maybe we can find a 1-mana duder here. Nope, no such luck. That would have helped out a lot if we could have done that, honestly. I mean, this is probably just getting countered or something, but nope. Didn't get countered or killed. That's oddly suspicious. An Iron Crag. How do you feel about that? I guess we just do this and attack, right? I mean, it feels weird to do anything else. I'm just like, alright. And a Celestis. Alright, well this feels like control shenanigans of some kind. So... what I would probably do is this. And attack. Discarding this. Alright, already played a land, so I shouldn't have done that. Alright. I mean, at least I can attack and kill one of their artifacts if they don't kill the Hopeful Initiate. I mean, if we even have a board here, honestly. They might sweep the board. Oh, unit of third path. We're going to get to do all kinds of damage then if they don't have a counter here. Might be enough anyway, even if they have a counter, right? Counter on Inti? Attack? Sure, why not? Okay. Opponent's at 2. Sucks that we drew this, because this would have been the finisher, actually. So we depopulate, get a card. Sounds good. We try to rebuild. All right, pass a turn. I mean, I'm sure they're going to sweep the board again, because that's all they're doing with those types of decks. Probably a Sunfall this time, though. Nope, they're going to Teferi. Teferi's probably not going to do it. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you can exile a tapped creature or something. All right. But the counter's there. So both are more than enough. Union. All right. I was like, that's not nearly enough. Cool. We'll take it. Ugh, we're going to have to mulligan that one. No red mana in that hand, really. Keep this one. What are we going to do? I think... How? Man, this is tough. All right, we're really hoping this Botanical Brawler gets to live. I don't know that it's going to, but we're going to hope for the best. Interesting, because we kind of know what we're up against here. Oh, Ridgeline. Oh, that's not what I thought that was. I thought that was a different red-green land. I mean, I guess it doesn't stop any of our early plays, but mildly concerning. All right, Wormlet, sure. I think we still got to go with this. All right, no attacks. Then next turn, we can Anima Call, attack with Warden, put counters on Brawler, get a dude, and then we just see what happens after that. Base does something. Oh, yeah, investigates. Sure. All right. So we know what the deal is here. Attacking with this. You know, if they block the Bond Warden, we're just going to put the counter on the Anima Call. Oh, I could have put it on the token to grow the Brawler, though. That would have been smart. All right, let's just get an untapped land. Because then we can play Beastcaller into Brawler, pump the other one, do some shenanigans. Do crimes, as they say. Well, that doesn't really do what we want now, does it? However, though, the opponent would have to choose between killing a Brawler and Anima Call, and I'm pretty sure they want to kill an Anima Call here. But they actually don't have to choose, because they could block... Oh, well, I guess they would still have to choose. Because we could also kill the Subterranean Schooner, kill the Wormlet, still have access to this next turn. Alright, I guess this is alright. Possibly get some trample damage in here too. So I'm not hating this. Alright. I mean, probably killing the Anima Call, but sure. This is a lot of damage. Okay. I mean, we got 2 Tramplers, and if we can get anything that costs 1 or 2 to play alongside the Beastcaller, that's a lot of bonus damage. What is this to solve it? You can control 3 or more artifacts? Well, that will be solved here, if it wasn't last turn. And then you can sacrifice it to put 4 counters. Yeah, whatever. Yep, here comes a lot of damage. So that's going to juice both Brawlers. Yep. And we're getting in there. Because what happened there is we got 1 on the Beastcaller, and then each Brawler also juiced the other Brawler. Looks like we're on the draw again, but we'll keep this. Got some Pain lands, so this could be unfortunate, depending on what we're playing against. If it's mono red and we got the Pain lands, this is going to be a rough go. Alright. So we're pretty sure this is one of two decks. The tokens action is a little unfortunate. But if we can get the lands we want, this isn't terrible. It just can be a matter of, are we playing Botanical Brawler or Galagreeters on this next turn? If we don't draw a land, Galagreeters. If we do draw a land, I think we Brawler into Animpakal, I think is the game plan here. Yep. I mean, we have very limited time, so we're going to have to just do what we can. All right, we did draw the land. So I think we're on Brawler time here. And then we attack. Oh, what did I do that for? They have a 1-2. Gosh dang it. My head, that was still a 1-1. But they took it anyway, so whatever. They could have just blocked. Alright, so now we'll get to attack with Animpakal. They may want to put a bunch of... Actually, that's not true. If they make the 4-4 dude here, we won't have a clean block. Yeah, it's probably what they're going to do. That's going to be unfortunate. Yep, that's what's coming. Now, is there any way we could get... we'd have to have exactly Bond Warden to be able to still attack with Brawler here. I think is the case. Yeah, I think the opponent got us here. Us being on the draw and them getting what they needed was pretty tough. And that's just going to be too slow. Yeah. I'm trying to think if we had any other play here. Nah, we're dead. Right? Because, I mean, we're at 17. We could block 1, 2, 3 things. You know what? Maybe we're not. I'm just thinking about how we go about this. I mean, if we only block 2 things, we need them to be big enough to survive getting +1/+0, right? So assume this comes through for 5. We'll say any of these is, this dude's going to be 3 also, so that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We'd be at 3, but we block 2 things. Could we survive and get after the opponent the next turn? That I don't know. Actually, there is a world, I think. If we were to draw an untapped land and play Alana Elena on the Animpakal, still wouldn't be enough. Be close, but not enough. Yeah, we're gonna be hurting pretty bad here. All right, I think I still have to attack though. Well, at least have a 3/3 brawler. I mean, if they block the Bond Warden, then we just put the counter on, like, the token, I guess. So that we can get the brawler bigger. I think is the plan here. I'm just blocking the 1/1. That's smarter. Alright. I still don't think we can get out of this, but, it's worth a shot. We just got to do what we can do. Yep. I mean, we knew this was coming, so, we're not stunned. I mean, we're still going to take 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Like, we knew this was coming. So, we can't be shocked by this. Block here. I mean, if they have another, we die anyway, right? But this is just like, can we do anything? We didn't get the land. I think that was our only out. We tried for the best play. It just wasn't there. Yeah, now the best thing we can do is this. Gain 2 life, but I have to attack with something, which means I can't block. Make a treasure, get the 2 life. I mean, we can block 1, 2, 3 and still take 2, so we're not dead if they don't have another recruiter. If they do, we're dead. Okay, they had another recruiter. All right, cool. Almost got out of that still. Okay, this seems more than reasonable, even on the draw. Question is, how many of these duders are going to live? Let's find out. Because we need a lot of help here. Alright, well that's some good news. Wow, if we Gala Greeters, we know they're getting rid of the Greeters, right? I guess we just do this. That's kind of a threat all its own. And again, if they have the removal here, play with fire or whatever, they're just going to use it. Likely on the Beast Caller, regardless, whatever it is. We're going to have to risk just not blocking if it's anything else. Yep, that's fine. Like, we knew the drill. We were taking that risk regardless. And then here... yeah, I guess we go with this. Alright. Obviously, Animpacal's not going to live. If they kept that type of hand, I have to assume they have another Lightning Strike. Rightfully or wrongly. Okay, maybe they don't. Play with fire us to give us a bad block, I guess. So we would take 5, go to 5. Okay, don't hate that. I was going to say, yeah, it's like you give something up here, but that's fine. Interesting that they're using 2 different arts for Swiftspear. Oh, that's actually pretty good. I wasn't expecting to draw that. Okay, this changes everything. I was going to play Ozolus plus Greeters here, but we're going to get all the value. So we'll go ahead and get our 2 life. We get to attack. I think I'm going to leave this back to chump block. And then we'll trigger these to maximize what we can. Alright, cool. Opponent gives up. Ooh. Alright, let's gamble. We need a white land, or else this hand pretty much does nothing. Unless we draw like maybe more Gala Greeters or something behind it. Actually, basically we need white land and or need Gala Greeters to live. Like, and find another 2-mana thing. Like, lots of ugly combinations that don't currently exist in our hand. Okay, there's the Gala Greeters. Get a treasure? Not going to attack, because they didn't get lost. Then that means they're probably just flashing in a 2/2 here. Oh, we're playing against that. Okay. Well, here we go. This does create an interesting question, though. I guess we go with this. I think I want double treasure. Even though they're probably going to try to get rid of our board. Because playing the, what you called, the 3-mana thing, temporary lockdown, still pretty good here. Or they're just going to exile Animpacal. That would be real too. No, that's not what's happening. Huh. So, we could... I don't want to Raiju. I want to use Raiju after a sweeper. I know that much for sure. So I'm going to do this first and see what the opponent thinks about it. So that's going to be a lot of damage if they don't exile this. Okay, so they're going to... Oh, Geist Wave. Alright, I guess. We do this. We get 2 treasure anyway. I don't think that's necessarily what we want to do. Alright. Looks like it's just going to be 5 damage. I mean, because I could have played 1, but I feel like if they have temporary lockdown, this is kind of bad for us anyway. But it's not. It's just a Sunfall. Okay, so we would have lost our creature either way. Wouldn't have got any real value out of it. So now... We go here. All right, we did get a land off of it. That was kind of my hope. I'm going to play a big enough thing that we get a land, and then we can think about what the next turn needs to look like. I mean, they could spend all their mana to get rid of Sovereign or whatever. That's fine. We can live with that. Agents in the car, sure. We know something bad is coming next turn, right? But if they just... Here's a real question. If they just play... what's her name? Atraxa. Is that enough to get us killed? They would have Atraxa plus removal. And if they Sunfall, they wouldn't be able to play Atraxa, but they would be able to activate their 3/3. But we could hit them for some damage. So I think we still just have to do this. Because this puts a set of counters on it, right? Then we get to attack and make a pile of 3/3s. The opponent goes to 1. Oh, no, they get even bigger. I forgot. Oh, that's so funny. I legitimately forgot they were going to get the trigger from the Sovereign. So this triggers getting us the 3 bodies. But then because he attacked, he juices everything that has counters on it. So those became 5s and making it 15. So that worked out great. Actually, them returning it to our hand was a little better for us because we had the Sovereign. So that's actually pretty funny. Okay, sure, we're keeping. Ain't much else we're doing with this. Looks like if we get lucky, it'll be Beast Caller into Animpakal and then maybe a Lana and Elena and try to go ham. I mean, that's like Magic Christmas Land with nothing dying or getting removed from our hand. But, you know, one can dream. Gotta have goals in life. Ooh. Man, sucks that you're a tap land. But I think we still got to do the thing. So here we go. All right. Man, if we can get an untapped land, Lana and Elena on that Animpakal, we're still rocking and rolling. But they're probably just going to kill that, I would think. Yep, there's a ley line. As they should. I would expect nothing less. I'm going to go here for now. And attack. So this kind of makes everything more threatening, just down the line. Also, late game opens up some situations if they sweep the board here and we have to, like, Lana and Elena into something. Wouldn't be bad. However, now they can't instant speed Leyline, which... Does that change anything here? We had Lana and Elena, put 2 counters onto here. Actually, be 3 counters onto here. This would be a 5, so that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Puts them at 7. We assume they sweep the board next turn. If that's what we believe, I think we just do this. No need to get greedy. And then if they sweep the board, we play 2 creatures. Hopefully play 2 creatures again. And if we have to, attack with the prairie by then. But we'll see. Oh, wait. They only have 1 white mana. Oh, they can't really sweep the board here anyway. That was dumb. Oh, well, they might get to crush us now. Ossification, get the Beast Caller? Sure. Okay. That still not as bad as it could have been, I guess. Alright, opponent goes to 4. I mean, still need to sweep the board here. Alright, they didn't have it. Kind of interesting. I think we only faced 2 domain decks, and I think we beat the 2 that we faced. So that's actually pretty sweet. Okay, let's keep this and see what happens. Oh, is this one of those graveyard combo decks? Because that's like the only thing playing that these days, outside of like actual fairy decks. Yeah, I guess we got to do this. It at least gives us more opportunity of what to do on turn 2. Nope, this is just a weird mono black deck. Maybe it is actual fairies. I don't know. They're playing Ego Drain and this Fairy Dream Thief. What the hell do I know? Like, I might just be absolutely crazy. Let's do this. In the event we get a another white land, we could play this and this, maybe? Well, now it's if anything even resolves. This can be a whole different problem. Alright, let's start here. Oh, wow. No counter. Okay. And no kill spell. Oh, because they had Virtue of Persistence. Of course they did. Well, we're still not getting what we need, unfortunately. So another Virtue kills this. Right, Halo Forger gets to copy something, right? Yeah, I get to play something out of the graveyard. So yeah, go for it. I mean, I might have to just play Tribute. No, we really want a double Bond Warden, right? Well, that's not going to be a thing, but this works. I mean, they can't even double block here, so sure. Best part is, we only really have... I mean, Halana is in the yard, though. That'd be good for them to get back. Yeah, Shieldred's a thing. I mean, we're just going to keep running into her, I guess. I mean, the flyers fly. What are we going to do? Nothing, apparently, is the opponent's answer. Oh, wow. This is cute. All right. They have something. All right. We'll attack with the 2 9s. All right. We lose one of them. We don't really care if they tap out to play the Virtue here. The game's just over. So we're not worried about that. And we know we can put a lot of counters on the Brawlers. Okay, that's cute, but doesn't really help. But we can do this. Let's see what they got going on. Yeah, killing one is not enough. We are okay with that. Put a counter on itself. And then for sport. Alright, got there pretty much on just Brawlers and no land. Okay, so there's a couple of interesting things here. A few times, I kind of wanted like a couple of copies of Get Lost. Just because I wanted to be able to top deck a removal for something. So that's something I might consider. Also, even though it doesn't add counters to creatures, Thalia might be real since we're playing almost all actual creatures minus, what, 3 spells in the deck? So that's another way I think you could go. Sadly, the Initiate, I can't even say the Initiate was bad, honestly. I think really what I need to do is just cut the 2 Inties. Even though I do like the access to more cards, we are getting some from Tribute already. Thrill Seeker never really came in important, but I don't mind it as a way to just top deck and deal like 4 damage or 5 damage late in the game. Everything else I actually kind of liked, though there is an argument for Sovereign being something else. I think this is something we can make an argument for. You know, opponent can't cast spells on your turn, which is a pretty big deal because it locks them into having to do something on their turn. And then whenever we have a creature deal damage, we could still draw a card. Now, it's only a 3/3, so it still dies to a lot of things. It obviously doesn't have the upside of Sovereign. And we did see a game where Sovereign particularly just ended the game because it pumped everything. So I'm not sure we want to get rid of it. But if you do want to replace it because you don't own it, I think playing Cutzel is a reasonable replacement to go for. And this is a list where I got a little greedy and ended up playing 61 cards. And I think we can make an argument to say, you know what, maybe we want like another Enduring Bond Warden. So we just have more like 2-turn plays, 2 spell plays, right? Because being able to play like Beastcaller into a thing lets you make your creature big enough to be a threat. Or like Botanical Brawler, play the Bond Warden. Bond Warden allows the Brawler to get pumped, right? Stuff like that gives you a few extra plays. So I think cutting NT is fine here. And oftentimes we don't have a ton of extra land to begin with. So I would say take your pick on if you want another Beast Caller, another Bond Warden, another Initiate. I think they're all reasonable choices. I'm going to go ahead and go with the Bond Warden on this for the final list I post. But overall, I think those are the changes you could think about making to kind of like flavor it to your taste, depending on whatever that happens to be. The list, though, is going to be 3 Enduring Bond Warden, 3 Hopeful Initiate, 4 Gala Greeters, 4 Ozolith, 3 Quirion Beast Caller, 4 Botanical Brawler, 2 Vidarian Thrill Seeker, 3 Tribute to the World Tree, 3 Anipakal, 2 Thundering Raiju, 3 Halana Lena, 2 Sovereign Okinic Ahau. Lands are going to be 2 Plains, 1 Mountain, 1 Beseju, 1 Forest, 4 Copperline Gorge, Carplusian Forest, 1 Restless Ridgeline, 4 Brushland, 1 Overgrown Farmland, 4 Rays of Arch Thicket, 1 Restless Prairie. And if you're wondering why the land choices are the way they are, it's because we wanted fewer tap lands early. It does mean we're going to take a little extra damage when we get pain land heavy lands, but we do have stuff like Gala Greeters to get some of that life back. But we need to be able to play turn 1, turn 2 almost all the time. If our turn 4 thing is a little bit slow because some of those lands come into play tap, that's fine. So if you notice, we only have like Restless Ridgeline, 1 Restless Prairie, and then we have 1 each of Overgrown Farmland, and I think that's it. Yeah, of all the lands that come into play tap, because we cut the, the Jetmir's Gardens, which were slowing us down in the early going. Now, if you're into theme decks and you want something really fun, there were some really good new angels in Karlov Manor that we slammed into a deck, and it turns out they were pretty good. So you may want to check that out. So that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.